Sibling ties, friends, and family. Yes, yes, yes. We are back. Y'all know who it is. It's the sibling ties twins. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna give it to y'all the only way we know how. You know what I'm saying? You got Ernest Holman, aka reporting live from a neighborhood near you.
And you got Chamber Holman, aka I'm ready. Come on.
That's what's up, man. You better stay ready to be ready. You know what I'm saying? That way you don't gotta get ready.
Right.
Yo, how you been?
I've been good.
That's what's up. I've been
Yeah.
better.
You said you've been better?
I've been better.
That's
You know what I'm
awesome.
saying? Yeah. I've been better. I could get better, but you just handle things as they come and you move on from that. You know what I mean?
Right.
All right, man. You know what I'm saying? So did you overlook the interview?
I did.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
Did you enjoy it? You know what I'm saying? You're gonna give a little peep. What did you enjoy about the interview? Because the people didn't see it yet. This is before the interview. We're gonna put the interview on after this. So what did you enjoy about the interview?
I enjoyed it, but something I didn't agree with. She said she started her blogs because she did it for herself. I understand that, but a lot of the stuff that I started, it was for me, but it was also to help others like me. So when she said that, like she didn't start it to help people, I kind of felt like in my head, I was like, well, what did you start it for? You know what I mean?
So she told you.
Yeah, I know. I understand. Like she started for herself. I understand that, but in the process, you're helping people. So
that's what comes along with it. Like, you know what I mean? I believe that what she was trying to say is that at the end of the day, you got to make sure that you good. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I'm not well enough to even tend to the people, how can I tend to the people? So at the end of the day, we have to make sure that we're in the right mindset to do what we do. This is why, you know what I mean? Like, as you guys like look at the interview and you check it out, you'll understand like why she has certain things in place like she has, like the intentional gratitude. You got to find things in life that you do well and that you enjoy doing to get the happiness out of what you're doing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I understood.
So, like, that's what I'm saying. It's like, it's a trickle down effect. As well as you are, is as well as you can help somebody out to be. You know what I mean? If I'm a broken person, I can only help you to a certain extent.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I think we do a lot of things for ourselves, but a lot of people benefit from the things that we do. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure that when you went and got your car, you ain't asked your kids for their input on what car you should get. You just got what car you wanted to get.
Yeah.
But they got the luxury of driving around in it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So yeah, that's kind of like what it is. Like we all, I think at all times we got to make sure that we good. You know what I'm saying? And I think that should be everybody's main focus, making sure that they well.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like even if you got kids, you got to make sure that your mindset and everything that you're doing is tip top and perfect. Because if that's not right, then I mean, can throw everything off. Like, you know what I mean? I could be neglecting my kids because I'm not right. You know what I mean? So, I mean that's kind of like I kind of like got to adjust to that like that.
I dig it.
You dig it? I mean, if you in the airplane and they tell you the first thing they tell you in the airplane is that when the oxygen masks come down, put it on yourself first. You know what I mean? You got to make sure you right for. I'm sorry.
I don't know. I don't like that. I hate when they say that.
Why? Why do you hate when they say that?
Because I mean, I understand what you're saying. You got to make sure yourself is good before you can say somebody else, but it still be.
All right, so let's just say we're gonna say hypothetically. We're gonna say hypothetically that we in a plane, the plane going down, right? You put an oxygen mask on everybody else. It's only a limited amount of time that you have before you would need to put the oxygen mask on yourself. So,
right,
you know what I mean?
I gotta put a mask on. So
yeah, but all right. So just imagine you trying to fight to put their mask on, and you don't got yours on, and you pass out. So now who's gonna help them? If you put your mask on first, you got the time to attend to them now. Right?
Right.
If you don't, now, you know what I mean, something happened, you pass out because of whatever lack of oxygen, whatever, you know what I mean, whatever reason. Now, all three of y'all, you know what I mean, is in need of help. All four of y'all, because you got 3 children. All 4 of y'all are in need of help. You know what I mean? So that's why they say that you got to make sure that you put your oxygen mask on first, then you can help others.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, you got to remember that. Huh?
Like we used to talk about before, we used to always say, about when you used to say like you're like a battery, you can't tend to people if your battery is dead. Like right. That's so I get it.
Yeah, facts. It's definitely like that. Like, you know what I mean? I think with everything that's going on in the world, like, you know what I'm saying, I think we drained anyway. So we always got to find ways to replenish our own batteries before we can go on and fight another battle for anybody else.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? With this Roe versus Wade thing that's going on, and however else they're gonna move forward after that. But you know what I mean? Like a lot of things that she said was helpful to me, you know what I mean? But like I don't even know if I don't know if I told you. Did I apologize to you for not having you in the last couple of interviews?
Yeah.
I did. All right, I just didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Because I understand now, that I'm in them. Like it is therapeutic. And I'm not
Right.
even a person that deal with depression. So you know what I mean? I don't want to leave you out of that
No,
huh?
I actually reached out and talked to Becca this weekend. So
Okay. That's cool.
I like reached out to her and talked to her. So
That's cool. She's probably like, "Who are you? I don't know
no,
who
she
are
knew
you."
I was.
Nah,
So
that's what's up. That's cool
she
though.
knew
Like,
I was.
yeah, that's cool. But only got one more, and after that, I'm gonna make sure that every interview that we have, you know what I mean, for the listeners and also for the interviewee, that you know what I mean, you're there
Right.
moving forward. You know what I'm saying? We a team in this thing.
But that's cool that all these people have like written books, and I thought that was kind of cool because that's like something that we talked about doing. So
Yeah.
I thought cool.
The biggest thing, and I don't want to like spoil the interview for everybody. The biggest thing that was my connection was the fact that a lot of these people that's in mental health and helping people, they all got like these high educational backgrounds, like I mean,
Right.
like they all did all, and she was just what I mean, just I'm not saying like they not a regular person because they have that, but just a regular person that I just wanted to do this, and now I choose to help people with it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I took a liking to that because I'm just a regular person. I just want to help people. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Sometimes in my head I think like, how far can I get with this, because I don't have the education within these fields to what I mean, speak how
Right.
these people speak. But the link up with somebody that actually is successful, what I mean, we could say successful and is
Mhm.
doing it, I mean, at a high level, that was encouraging for me.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I said, we only have one more interview to do without Big Head, and then after that, you're gonna see us together. But that's
Right.
sometime down the line. That interview was like down the line. I mean, we're gonna schedule more. I mean, with the team. I mean, definitely.
Right.
Anything you want to say before we close out? And let them go to the interview.
No, I just want them to listen to the interview. I want them to take heed, take notes. And if you can follow these people on social media, they are really, really helpful. Like the lady I was telling y'all, Becca George, she puts up like motivational lives all the time. Like you can catch her on live. So she's a therapist, but she helps people. So I mean, just check her out. So I say.
That's what's up, man. Definitely. Like little sis said, check them out because we do this for the exposure, to spread the word, and what I mean, just let people know that mental health is a regular thing. It's common. It's not uncommon if you go through it. You're not a weirdo if you go through it. So that's why we push for it, and that's why we do it.
Exactly. Mr.
That's
Soft is always around when we're on the.
Don't know what you're talking about. That's all in your head. Yo, you want to sign up people out today?
No, but I do
Take
want
them
to
to
tell
the
y'all,
interview.
my book is still on Amazon, so y'all need to purchase it, okay?
All
Or
right,
if you,
tell them how they got to search to get there though. You can't just go to Amazon; it's not gonna pop up.
yeah, you're right. You gotta just type in depression, capital DEPRESSION, and then you could type in Chamber Home and next to it, it'll pop right up.
There you
But
go.
if you want a signed copy, you could just hit us up on Sibling Ties and just say you want an autographed copy, and we'll get that to you.
Not autographed by me, but autographed by her. I don't think they want my autograph.
Shut up. Shut up.
No, I'm just saying autographed by you. So, you know what I mean? Listen, without further ado, we're gonna let y'all go to the interview. And I enjoyed it myself. I hope y'all enjoy it. Y'all get something out of it that y'all can carry with y'all to make your day in this thing that we call life easier. That's the goal that we're trying to do. So, without further ado, this is our interview. You know what I'm saying? You gonna say bye to the people?
See you later.
All right, bye. Love you, sis.
Love you too.
All right, peace out, y'all. Enjoy the interview, man. Sibling Ties, friends, and family. We love y'all. Live, love, life. Until next time, peace. Sibling Ties, friends, and family. Yes, we are back again. Y'all know what it is. It's season 4. We are still in the interviewing season. And now we have another beautiful guest to bring to you. We have Miss Deborah Hawkins, the writer of 2 books, The Best of No Small Things and also Mindful Meditations. She has been blogging since 2010 with over 500 reflections on everyday experiences. Now, Miss Hawkins, we kind of like when we first, were scheduling the meeting, we were kind of like back and forth because, well, we put it out on the last episode. Me and my sister, we were kind of like at an impasse. So we were like deciding if we wanted to continue the podcast or if we wanted to stop it. And with us like deciding that, I was like, well, maybe I'll continue it by myself. So I was trying to think of like, maybe I could do like a daily blog thing. And that's why I reached out to you, because it like gravitated to me. I'm like, wow, she's been doing this since 2010. Maybe I can get some insight from her on how to do that. So since 2010, and you've done over 500 blogs, with me just trying to prepare doing it weekly, it becomes strenuous, like trying to figure out and trying to be, I guess you could say, inspirational and motivational and also informative to people. So how were you able to, just do that on a daily basis? How was it easy? Was it easy for you? Did you find it hard, just trying to compromise those daily messages that you put out?
It's important to understand that the reason I started the blog was not specifically to get a message out. It was mostly to lift myself, and having a blog created a discipline for me. So I started, I was trying to find a way out of depression, basically. A little of my backstory. I am 65 now. In my childhood, I had experienced some level of trauma, and I grew up with 2 major beliefs. One, that nobody would ever listen to me, and what I felt really didn't matter, and it was unimportant. And even though I grew up and I did fine in school and all this stuff, these feelings kind of led to being depressed a lot when I was an adult. And in my 50s, after job changes and moves and many things, I was often underemployed. I didn't have a fulfilling relationship. I was at a very low point in my life, like in 2008 and 9. I moved back to my hometown, and I said, I can't go on like this. I can't live this way. What can I personally do to start getting me out? So I was a writer who wasn't writing much. And I decided that the best thing to do would be to start focusing on positives, just my daily life. And that started the blog. That started me in this practice. And I made it into a blog. I made it like an open journal where I would write just my thoughts. One thing that made me feel grateful that day. And I discovered that once I started doing this, I started feeling better in so many ways. And this whole effort of having this discipline of thinking about things that were in my life naturally that I really loved made me realize that even though some things weren't working out, there were many things to put my own attention on. And that was up to me. And it really started uplifting my mood. And then I started reflecting on what actually happened to me. And I decided that everybody could practice gratitude the way I do and find some level of control over lifting themselves up. That my whole gratitude practice is not about being happy when you find a good parking place or when something like external happens to you.
Right.
It's about knowing yourself and about learning how to see the things you love and appreciate in the world that is. And I've been doing this mostly for me as I started, and now I'm trying to develop a little bit of following because I want to teach other people that they have this power within them. If they could learn what they can appreciate and practice seeing these things in every day, they could take some control over how they experience life.
Mm, one of the one of the like the glowing things, like when I was like researching you, was the phrase that kept popping up was intentional gratitude. Like I know we all know what gratitude is, but like what was the reasoning for you to like put the intentional in front of the gratitude?
Sure. I didn't do that before I developed this idea, but I asked myself, what is it that makes my approach different than other approaches? I think it's very common that people are told to end the day writing 10 things that they were happy about, that they feel grateful about. And to me, while that gives you a positive frame of reference, it's very limited because it's dependent on good things outside of your control happening to you. And I think the real power of gratitude is knowing that you have the ability to put your attention on things that are most uplifting. So I think this whole practice is being grateful by intention in some way, not forcing yourself to feel something you don't feel, but by knowing that these things are all around you, and by getting used to practicing seeing those things, you can do it deliberately. You could get back in this frame of mind almost at will.
Mm. Wow. Well, when I first like had booked the interview for us to speak, I had actually, went on Amazon to purchase the book. I don't have the book right now because I didn't even know it came here. My wife had the book. She thought it was for her. She took it to work and she's been reading it. But she's been telling me that it's been helping her because I guess as people, we do have hard times, accepting gratitude even from others. Like we don't allow others to give us gratitude. We don't accept it. And I noticed that my wife has been reading that, and she's telling me that it's helping her because she's a dog groomer, and she might, somebody might tell her thank you. They love the way that she does a dog. At times she sees it as just work. Like they're just saying that because I did their dog, but I can tell that by her just reading it, because like you said, you wrote it as a journal. And I wish my sister was here, but she works because she actually just did her depression journal. But I just wanted to go into your background as far as mental health and the mood issues.
Sure. I'm not a therapist.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not like trained as a psychologist or anything like that. I've been a workshop facilitator. I've had lots of different jobs. I've also been a writer for a long time. I've been a salesperson. I've even delivered food. So my credentials are not from a scholastic background, educational background in this. However, I've been practicing mindfulness all my life, or most of my adult life, let's say. And I think that's where this starts, to practice being in the moment, to ask yourself questions and improve your ability to understand your thoughts and feelings, what are happening in the moment, and also reflect on the ones that are important to you so that you could decide consciously and deliberately what you want to do. And so my credentials, not like by a job, but it's basically lived experience. I was in a terrible position. I started doing this, and these are the things I noticed happening. once I started writing about things my everyday life I felt grateful for, I started thinking of more things to write. So part of it was because I wanted to write. That made it easier. But it also, like, there's a famous story of Pavlov's dog. When he heard the dinner bell, he started salivating because he anticipated getting dinner, getting food. So I started just thinking that things were everywhere to be grateful about. And I just had to like focus on what I really loved and how to see those things. And I developed this method because of what I went through myself and my experience as a training designer. I used to write sales training, understanding how to get people to experience an idea. And that's how I think adults learn. It's not by lecture or telling them what to do. It's by experiencing something. So my whole approach to teaching is about encouraging people to experience something and then to ask questions and process it and understand what can they use from this experience to take forward. And that's basically what I do.
Right. Well, you know, that's great because, you know, I do believe that life is great, our greatest teacher. And you know, because me myself, I'm not, you know, sometimes I feel slighted because I'm not the like you said, the scholastic person in it, but you know, I do feel a need to help people. And that's why me and my sister actually started this, because she deals with depression, and I'm always trying to look into better ways to help her and other people that deal with it as well. You know what I mean? So it's very encouraging to hear from you that, you know, you didn't have the background within mental health, but you still got to this point, you know, with helping people. Within that, right? Within that and the daily blogging that you were doing, because I know it was times you probably didn't want to do it, probably times that, you know, you didn't feel like doing it, wasn't the best days for you. But what was like the motivation, the inspiration that just kept you going?
Once you do something that feels good, it's like that's the motivation itself. You want to get back to that feeling. So when let's say I wrote an early blog about how wonderful it was that I have an ice maker in my freezer. That's such a little thing, but I thought when I started to think about it, I got so juiced. I thought it was tremendous. And then I started to think about all the little conveniences in my life, and I wrote about them. And I realized that I was much happier after having given attention to something that I could appreciate. And that was all the motivation I needed, because I wanted to go back to that state. I want to live in appreciation all the time. So it's not like I don't have challenges or difficulties, but if I really get into an experience and understand the crux of what is involved in that experience, I could use that information to experience that all the time. I'll give you a little example. During COVID, many people, of course, were isolated and depressed. And one of the things I used to do was I would watch a news segment on MSNBC. Nicole Wallace used to do a segment called Lives Well Lived, about an everyday person who died during the pandemic. And I just loved tuning into that. So even though it was extremely sad, it made me feel like I belonged to like the larger family of man. So I knew from other experiences liking to go to ball games and seeing people wear the same hat, cheer for the same team. I knew I loved experiencing feelings of belonging. So during this time, as hard as things were, when I asked myself, how am I experiencing belonging right now? This was one of the ways. I knew I was seeing this TV segment with millions of other people, and it made me feel that I was grieving with them. I was feeling sad, feeling lost with them. So even though it was sad, I sort of felt encouraged as a human being because it was something an experience I was sharing with others. So that was really important. And what is the heart of my approach is really to find out what your personal themes are so that you could practice sing them in all sorts of situations. I'm not like espousing that, I could cure depression or whatever, but I definitely feel that each person can make this their life a little bit of a better experience by understanding what they love, what they can appreciate, and practicing. This doesn't come immediately. Practicing seeing the essence of what they love, what they appreciate in whatever they're experiencing.
Wow. That's I mean, when you were talking about the ice maker, it kind of made me laugh and like reflect because I used to work at a job that I love my job, but the position that I had, I wasn't really fond of it. But everybody always told me that I had like good penmanship, and one of the duties of the job was like we had to put like ingredients in the bag, and I had to write on the bag. So that one thing, because me writing on the bag showed my penmanship, I found enjoyment out of that. Just, that one little thing, like I get to write on these bags every day, even though I don't like this job. But, so I like connected with you when you say that about the ice maker, like something small, but you still found enjoyment out of it.
I think I want to say something.
Yes.
I think that's really great what you noticed about yourself and your life, that you really took pleasure.
Yeah.
You really felt grateful that you did something well.
Right.
That could be one of your gratitude themes. When you do something well, you might be able to look in all sorts of situations and go, I found a way to avoid traffic really well. This
Right.
is something I'm good at. It could be something, or make spaghetti sauce, or it could be something very small. But if you connect to the essence of what you identify as making you feel good, it doesn't matter if it's big or small. That's why I call my blog No Small Thing.
Right.
It doesn't matter how big it is, as long as it's the right feeling.
Right. Well, you kind of like already went into my next question, because I was going to ask you if you how would a person practice intentional gratitude, and you like actually already like broke it down. You like broke it down, went into it, and it's like, I guess it's the little things that we don't pay attention to that we do, and we neglect it.
I think one of the most important things you could figure out is when you're experiencing something that makes you feel grateful, or you could really appreciate something in that experience, to get into the core reason of why you love that or why you like that, because that's going to give you clues on how to go back to that feeling in other experiences. I use this example sometimes. I have a dog. Lots of people love their dogs. That makes me feel less alone. It's a wonderful thing. But everybody has maybe a different reason why they love their dog. Some people might like their dog because they share history. Some people love their dog because they don't have much physical closeness in their life, and they really enjoy having that kind of physical closeness with something, a living thing.
Yeah.
Other people might love their dog because their dogs give them permission to play, an opportunity to be spontaneous. So it could be different reasons. It's important each person understand the underlying reason why they feel good in a particular circumstance, and then they could refer to that reason in other circumstances that are a little bit different, that they could still see what they love being present. If that makes any sense to you.
No,
That's
it
why
does. It does. Yeah.
your example of really enjoying that you have good penmanship,
Yeah.
and you did this really well. You like to be in situations where you do something well.
Right.
That's not unusual. I think a lot of people are really grateful when they experience that. But now that you know that makes you feel good, you could actually actively, intentionally look for those kind of experiences in other things.
You definitely made me look at it differently, because I think a lot of us, when we think about gratitude, we think about someone telling you how good you do. Like, I love the book, I love the blogs, but now you've given me a new outlook on the self gratification, the things that we find gratifying within ourselves, and that helps us uplift ourselves, like
Right.
So it definitely gave me a different outlook, and now I have something else to add to my arsenal of helping me get to where I need to be. But I appreciated the conversation, Ms. Deborah Hawkins. Similar to our family, you are now a family member. We would love to have you back. Hoping that maybe sometime in the future I can schedule it so you and my sister can be on here together, but because of time constraints and her working, she wasn't able to do it. But my last question to you, Ms. Deborah Hawkins, in the future, 5 years, 10 years from now, where would Ms. Deborah Hawkins be at?
I have a few more books I want to write. I want to have more experiences doing my workshops. I want to actually teach people how to take control over being happier. And I really think that being happy as can be misunderstood. It's often posed as like an incredible high, but I think there's nothing like happiness as contentment, as understanding how to get back to good feelings. And I believe in gratitude is the first step to be able to get back to a grateful state, no matter what you're doing, helps you be happier more than you're not. I don't have like a perfect answer, but
no, it's good. It's all good.
I do want to introduce this way of thinking to more people, because it's not fancy. It's very simple, but I think everybody could do this a little bit to take more control over how they experience life.
Oh man, yeah, like what you're saying is like, because like I said, I was trying to figure out something that we could do every day, and now me and my sister actually do it. And one of the things, like what you're saying, is resonating with me, because like one of the things I've been like connecting with is, I don't know if you watch sports, but like offense and defense. Defense is like reactive. We react to what you do, and offense, we are active. And I think like we need to be more active in our day. We need to take more control, like you said, if I know the perfect route to get to my job and I can avoid traffic, then I can find solace in that. I can find happiness in that. That's me being active in my day, rather than going to work and the boss telling me something and now I'm upset because I'm reacting to what they did. So it's definitely resonating with me, what you're saying. And this is why I love these conversations, because I love to interact with people and just find other ways and methods to go about living. Yeah, I think that people need people to be people. Like, we all need people to understand what it is to be a person, be it right or wrong. These conversations that we have, it just it helps us get by better. And I definitely did enjoy this conversation from you, Miss Deborah Hawkins. I was writing my notes as you was talking, like, because I was enjoying like what you were saying. Do you have any handles so like anybody can reach out and contact you?
Well, I'd love it if people check out my blog and my website, which is nosmallthing.net. My blog is on there. I also have 2 books, and information is on the website as well. I have a Facebook handle, which is a No Small Thing Mindful Meditations. And I have a LinkedIn and Instagram. I don't know what it is offhand, but if anybody looks up the Instagram or Facebook, sign up on Facebook to follow me, they'll see every week I post a new blog. So it could be like about my ace maker, or the other, for Monday, I have a blog already written about getting a nail pulled out of my tire. How I was so grateful to that, not only for the obvious reasons that I'm not going around with the nail anymore, but I thought about having a slow leak. Like, I was thankful to myself for taking care of the problem. It's
Right.
very easy just to take care of emergencies. And it's sometimes harder to take care of little things that you can benefit from, but is not an emergency. We've gotten so used to like being in this way. Anyway, I won't go on about this, but I post something new every week. I really love just looking at life and seeing how I could be happier and taking responsibility for it.
Well, thank you, Ms. Deborah Hawkins, for this. And I'm gonna put the Instagram and the LinkedIn handles, everything up there, because I have all your information down. So I definitely will put it up there, and the links to the books and everything like that, because just from my wife's response, is a good read. I mean, maybe when she gets back home and realize that it wasn't the book for her, that it was for me, then she'll let me read it. But from her response, it was a good read. And we do appreciate having you on the show. Like I said, if you want to come back, you can contact me at any time. I would love to have you back so you can go deeper into into what you have, and when you bring out the next books and so forth and so on. I would love to have you back. You definitely helped me out with what you were saying. I enjoyed the conversation.
Great.
Yes.
It was wonderful to talk to you. It's so funny that I see that you were getting it.
Yeah.
I could see, like, you light up, you were getting it. So it's not rocket science, but we're all here to help each other.
Right. You're right. It's not rocket science, but I think a lot of us just the sometimes the situations that we in, and everything going on around us, we feel as though there is no like there is no self-gratification. There is no intentional gratitude. I should say gratitude. Like nothing. Some people feel as though nothing I do is right. Nothing going on in me are right. So it's the small things that we can build upon that we do right.
Exactly.
So right. I definitely did connect with what you were saying, and thank you again.